So this is the end of week 4 or 5, depending on when your state began lockdown. And how are you doing? I hit the wall this week. I don't know when you've hit the wall or if you have yet. And all in all, it was a good week, but emotions caught up with me in the middle of a live webinar with Mike Petruski, who is a great interviewer. And I lost my composure. I began to cry, and it was awkward and uncomfortable and something I just won't be able to take back. But I thought the story that prompted that would be interesting for you. Just before the call, in fact, minutes before the call, I was finishing with a colleague and he was telling me a story. Now, this colleague of mine has been fighting a terminal illness and is gaining some victory, but he's the manager of a national program for a company that hires unskilled labor that works in a lot of the facilities that we inhabit. And he shared with me a story of one of their employees who contracted COVID-19. And this employee, it was so bad and life-threatening that they had to put him into an induced coma for 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, my colleague had his company go down and completely sanitize the house, take care of the yard, take care of any kinds of needs and groceries for the family until he recovered. And when the employee recovered, he was panicked because he didn't realize he had been in a coma for 2 weeks and wondered, do I still have a job? How am I going to take care of my family? My colleague and their company told him not to worry, that everything would be taken care of. This is highly unusual. And it really pierced me because I really had not thought about all of the people that are out and exposed. It humanized what was going on. And it humanized for me that these individuals that are in the unskilled area, many don't have a living wage, many can't afford the benefits. And yet here's a company that is taking full care of their employee. And of course, it elicited just grateful responses from the family. So right before that, I'm literally ending that call, going into this webinar, and Mike, who's a great interviewer, happened to ask the question that just popped all that up, all that emotion that I had felt. So that was the context or the story behind why I lost it. I apologize for losing my composure, but I really hope that what was behind losing it is meaningful. And number two, recognizing that a lot of us are probably at some emotional state. We're running so hard, and I keep talking to people that are running hard. At some point, there has to be a release. So Mike, thank you for popping that for me, because it allowed me to step back and reflect, not just go from story to the next thing and forget about it. That was a meaningful, impactful story for me. Thank you for your masterful stepping in to recover while I was losing it. And again, I appreciate your gift as an interviewer and your willingness to kind of probe and ask those questions. So take care. Have a great weekend. We'll be ready for Monday.